Hi and welcome back to our channel. I'm going to be talking about a very unique aspect of the brain known as neuroplasticity. The brain has a unique capacity to reorganize itself in response to environmental stimulation, and then thereafter, after it reorganizes itself, it can pick up and alter it the way it functions, which then reflects as changed behavior or thinking or even feeling. So let me explain a little bit more about this. Imagine that you've watched a movie that has left a deep impact on you, and then you start thinking about the message that you received from the movie, and thereafter you change the way you think, behave or feel in specific situations. Or perhaps you've read a book and the message of that book had such an impact on you that it changed your outlook on life. At times, you may even have listened to a podcast or watched a conversation with someone or come out of a conversation with someone, and that has had a deep impact on you. In all of these instances, we are not consciously aware of the change in us, or in terms of attempting to learn that particular concept, and it sort of organically happens that we change our behavior in response to this impact that we have in our lives. On the other hand, we take more conscious efforts to learn maybe a poem. We read and reread again and again until we learn the poem by heart, or maybe the times tables, or even a formula that we practice repeatedly. These examples are deliberate attempts on trying to learn something and to incorporate that into our day-to-day routine. Both these examples, one which happens more organically, something involuntary, something that's not planned or deliberate, and on the other hand, a more deliberate attempt to learn and incorporate something into our lives. Both of these are possible simply because of this unique feature of the brain known as neuroplasticity. So in short, neuroplasticity refers to the capacity of the brain to rewire and reorganize its functioning in response to stimulation in the environment around us. It could be deliberate or it could be organic, and this reorganization results in or is reflected in a different way that the brain functions. Which means, for example, if you've learned something from this video, then you can walk away with your brain being completely altered as a result of this learning that you have achieved through watching this video, and that is possible only because of this fascinating feature by our brain known as neuroplasticity. Wouldn't you like to know more about neuroplasticity? Follow us for this series on neuroplasticity to know more.